Next up, we're going to, I don't need to introduce her again, but our President Suskauer.
Thanks, John. It's going to be a long year.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my honor to once again introduce our President Suskauer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. So what do you all think so far? Are you enjoying yourself? Are you learning? So I'm here to talk to you about liaisons, communication, and committee preference forms. I am not taking 30 minutes, just so that you know. It's going to be pretty brief. First of all, I hope all of you know that you have a Board of Governors liaison. I really have worked hard this year to try to match up the folks that you all put in a recommendation for. I think you had like a first, second, and third choice for a liaison, or someone that really, number one, can practices in your area, that will have an interest and will be engaged. We have 52 members of the Board of Governors. We do not have 52 sections. There are a few members of the Board of Governors who have been liaisons to more than one section and for a reason. So I hope that I did a good job in giving you the folks that you wanted. So what I need from you is I need to make sure that they're engaging with you, that they're showing up, that they're there for you, that they're actually doing their job. If they're not, you can tell on them and let me know, because this is important. They are the pipeline to the board. We have one here, Hillary, who is liaison to pills. It's a very, very important position, and it's a privilege that they have. So make sure that they're doing what they need to do. So you have someone. If you don't know who that is, that's a problem for me. Please let us know, and we will make sure that you do know. In terms of in communication, we send you all, and we send everyone, Board of Governors reports after we meet. I think we just recently started sending out our priorities. What is it called, John? What did you tell me that we're now calling it in terms of our Board of Governors? What, Francine, what are we calling it now that ahead of time we're sending it before our Board of Governors reports? And are sections getting this? Okay, so we have sort of like a bullet point highlights of what the board is going to be reviewing. Obviously, the board reviews thousands of pages and so many things, but we try to make it easy and give everybody that preview. So if you look at that, as section leaders, and you say, oh my gosh, this is coming up on the board and this is important to us. We want to know a little bit more. Reach out to us and say, wait a second, before you all discuss this, you need to know this. Or before you discuss this, by the way, we'd like to be there if you're not already on the agenda. We want a voice. We want to present information. We want to push out information to the board in advance of the board considering this, that, and the other thing. Please do that. So look at those. Also, as you know, you are all invited during the year to attend any and all of our board meetings and to make presentations, and we welcome you. They are public meetings. You are leaders. They're open for everyone, and we certainly want you there, and we want to know what's going on in your section. We want the Board of Governors to know. We want the entire bar to know what's going on in the sections, because that helps you and it helps all of us. What else do I have? Okay, so as when I was president-elect, and every president-elect gets to make committee appointments. And committee appointments are incredibly important. Obviously, you know that we have 71, I believe we have 71 committees. And we put out the committee preference forms electronically in December. They're due back in January. We're fortunate that we have more folks that apply to committees than we have spaces. And it is so important for me, and now it will be for John and for presidents on out, that we hear from you all if you have, especially the committees that affect your section, input from section leaders as to, we have this many folks who are applying for these committees. Let me tell you why they're great. I only receive that from reptiles, and I'm trying to think if I had any other section reach out to me. No. I don't think so. Now, I don't know if that's ever been asked from sections before, but I can tell you that was really helpful when I got a list from the reptile section saying that this person's applying for probate rules, this person's applying for civil rules, this person's applying for code and rules of evidence. That was really helpful to me. It differentiated those folks. I did my best to accommodate as many as I could, and I'm not saying that you have to do that, but there are certain committees that are important to your section. So you may want to consider doing that. I think that I reached out, Abby, did I reach out to you? But I didn't hear from you. I think I proactively reached out to Abby about family law saying, by the way, do you have any recommendations for family rules? Do you have any recommendations for certification? Because it would be nice to know who do you like? Who is great so that who could do the best job possible? So I am putting it out there to you all to reach out to John and make his job easier. Reach out from the appellate section, reach out from the different sections and say, by the way, here are some vetted folks that are going to be great that we recommend. And he'll do the best he can to accommodate. But remember that if a committee, for example, has, let's say, civil rules, has 45 members, there are not going to be 45 appointments because there, as you know, if you've served on a Florida Bar Committee, it's a 3-year appointment. They're staggered. So I think I had 10 openings on civil rules. And I think I had 200 or 150 people who applied for civil rules. So don't, let them know. Don't be disappointed if you don't get it. But I had 10 open spots. So that wasn't a lot for a committee that everybody wants to be on. So just keep that in mind. I'm making the ask for John because John, we're not going to let you talk. So anyway. All right, John, you can talk too. Okay, is there something you'd like to say? Go ahead.
I've been told by Francine I can't talk unless I have a script. So I'm not talking.
Would you like to greet?
You've said, I said hello to everyone last night that I saw. No, you've nailed it on the committee appointments. It's a challenge. So, but the more information we get, the better. And I will follow up on Leadership Academy, and that your section, the current section chair, is going to get a letter from me. Not only is it a great program, but it's an expensive program, and the bar carries the lion's share of the burden of that. But any help the sections can give, I know Kevin mentioned some that have done in the past, but especially if you have someone from your section that has been selected, we might especially come lean on you to say, hey, you want to help support your section member. So it's really helpful, really valuable to keep that program going. So look forward to seeing everyone around the bar in the next couple years.
Thank you, John. Francine, is there anything else that I did not cover in terms of communications? Let me just see. Board preview. Anything else? Okay, great. Is it okay? Can I ask, does anyone have any questions for me while I'm up here that you want to ask in front of anyone other than Nick? Is there anyone else that has any? Okay. All right, you guys the appellate section can go ahead and ask a question. Go ahead.
Ask a question. When would be the most useful time for you all to get those recommendations from us so that they're actually useful and kind of
Well, my goal was to appoint everyone by the end of March. Because the applications came in, and then you had all these people saying, was it too late? Can I still, so, I would say, you're going to be pushing out to you're going to be speaking to your executive council. I would say you know, you all, most of you, I think, your executive councils meet at the winter meeting. So I would say after the winter meeting, maybe that's a good time to get the list to the president-elect. Okay? The winter meeting's in January. So, after it closes. So after and I think maybe it closes January 15th, but I'm not sure. So that would be the right time. Anything else? Any other questions? No? Well, thank you all so much and have a great rest of the afternoon. Thank you all.